Hello everyone. In my absence, I have left this little explain it to try to help you figure out how to convert from grams to grams. Alright, we're going to use the same method that we used yesterday, the I do, we do, you all do method. So I'm on page 310. I'm going to do sample problem E. The question asks, how many grams of SnF2 are produced? So here's the question mark right here. The question mark is how many grams SnF2 are there produced from the reaction of 30 grams HF. So we have 30 grams of HF. And hold on, I need to write the correct sig figs. So 30.00 grams of that. Alright, step back, look at the problem. This is a grams to grams problem. So in a grams to grams problem, you are going to have 4 fractions all together. Alright, let's see what it looks like. We write down the given. So we're going to write down 30.00 grams HF. And in the end, we need to get to grams. I'm going to put grams here because I'm going to run out of space. SnF2. That's our goal. Alright, step 1. We've got to eliminate the 30.00 grams HF. So I'm going to put grams HF down here. So I go off to the side and I figure out how many grams of HF there are. 1 in each of those. 1 times 1.01. Then I look up F on the periodic table and I see that that is 19. So 1 times 19, and so we get 1.01 and 19. So that is 20.01. So I get 20.01 grams. That's how many grams are in 1 mole HF. Alright, so now you see grams of HF cancel out. The next fraction, we need the mole ratio. So I'm going to put moles of HF down here. And what we want, moles of SnF2 on the top. I get the numbers from the balanced equation. SnF2 has a 1 and HF has a 2. Now we see that moles of HF have canceled out. Now the last thing we need to do is change it to grams of SnF2. So I'm going to have grams SnF2 on the top, and that's how many grams that are going to be in 1 mole SnF2. Alright, so now I have to go off to the side and calculate the grams of SnF2. So we have 1 SN and we have 2 Fs. So we look up SN and we look up F, and let's see. So tin is 118.71. So 118.71, and we already had F was 19. And so when we add those together, we should get 156.71. 156.71. Alright, get your calculators out and or look in the book for the answer. 30 times 156.71 divided by 20 times 2. And you should get something that looks like, let's see, 117.5. So the answer is 117.5 grams of SnF2 is produced. Okay, now we're on the we do part. Everyone should be writing this on that scrap piece of paper that you used yesterday. That's fine. We're on page 311. We're going to do practice number 1. We're just going to do letter A. So 1A. I was talking about laughing gas. So next time you go to the dentist, you could tell them that you have seen the equation for laughing gas. Alright, so we look for the given. The given is 33.0 grams of N2O. So we were given 33.0 grams of N2O. And the question asks, how many grams of NH4NO3 are required? So we got to say how much of this in grams do we need? So we look back, we see it as a grams to grams problem. 4 fractions. Alright, we're ready to calculate. So, we begin with the given 33.0 grams N2O, and we have to change it to grams of NH4. I'm going to write it below here, NH4NO3. Alrighty, so first step, we need to divide by grams of N2O. And that's how many grams are in 1 mole of N2O. So we go off to the side and we calculate that we have 2 N's and 1 O. These are 14.01 times 16, so we get 28.02, and we get 16. Add it up, I think that you get 44.02. So that's what goes on the bottom, 44.02. Next, we have got the grams to cancel out, so we need the mole ratio next. So we need moles of N2O, and we need moles of NH4NO3 on the top. So we get the mole ratio from the balanced equation. Well, look up there, they're both 1s. 1 and a 1. So moles of N2O have canceled out, and now we are on the last one. Running out of space here. 1 mole goes on the bottom, and grams of NH4NO3 goes on top. Oh yeah, that's a big calculation. We can see that there are 2 N's, 4 H's, and 3 O's. So we're going to go ahead and look up on the periodic table, times 1.01 times 16. And we're going to get, let's see, 28.02, 4.04, and the last one is 48. If I add that up, I believe that you get 80.06. 80.06. So that's the number that goes on the top up here. I'm going to get a different color so we can see that clearly. Okay, so 80.06. That's the top gram number. Alrighty, multiply them all together, and we are ready to find our end result. 33 times 80 divided by 44.02, and the answer is, I'm going to have to stick it up here somewhere because we're running out of space. The answer should be 60.0 grams of NH4NO3. So that should be your answer. Alright, it's time for you to do some. We're going to do number 2 on page 311. Well, actually, you're going to do number 2 on page 311. And you don't have to do number 3. Just do number 2. And the answer to number 2 on page 311 is 339 grams. So you should come out with an answer of 339 grams of silver, Ag. Good luck. I would like you to finish the worksheet that we started yesterday. There should be a copy of it still on your desk. And if you get lost, remember the maps that I showed you that were in the book. Page 310 is a map that goes grams to grams. So go ahead and look at that map. Use the people at your desk as a resource. Do the best you can.